Welcome back, LPs and Books, as we're breaking down the bio, memoir by one of our favorite and most respected legends in the game, Mr. Scarface himself, Brad Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Uh, starts the book off, you know, talking about his childhood. You feel me? Spent lots of time, you know what I'm saying, the grandparents. You feel me? For the most part, lived with the grandparents off and on, back and forth between the mother and the grandparents, but I think he stayed at the grandparents more often because he liked the fact that there was more going on over there all the time, and uncles and stuff like that playing instruments. You know what I'm saying? Playing music. So a lot of that was enticing to him. Um, that's how he learned to play an instrument. You know what I'm saying? He said that someone was always fidgeting with something, but as all of our stories go, you know what I'm saying? Tough times, tough, you know, from the gutter. You know what I'm saying? So his story is no different in terms of that. He says that he used to not really get much attention from home like that until he would get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? And so he got always was known for that. You know what I'm saying? The attention always came for him doing something crazy. You know what I'm saying? And getting in trouble for it. So this was part of his from his upbringing. You know what I'm saying? And again, from a musical family. One of his cousins. You know what I'm saying? His name's Johnny Cash, who has a big hit. You know what I'm saying? And it's called "I Can See Clearly Now the Rain Is Gone." I know you know that one. Yeah, that's Face Mob cousin. You feel me? So music running in the family. Then he said he was related to some other ones. I can't pinpoint who they are in terms of like his grandfather and the different musicians that they may have been around and different things of that nature. So thought that that was interesting. You know what I'm saying as well. Started out as a DJ. You feel me? And he always had the competitive flame to him. You know what I'm saying? So when he decided to 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 do that, he wanted to be the best at it. So he was like said he was nice with the scratching and all that type stuff. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind tapping in with the OG so I can give me some lessons myself because I know he nice. I could believe it. You feel me? Um, One thing about that man is when it comes to this music, he's all on the quality side of it, and we'll get to that later on in the book as well. You feel me? So, growing up, man, some of his favorite music was rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? So, he was a heavy rock fan, and he just like I, even though he's older than me, I think Face was born in 70 or 71. I'm born in 75, but back in those times, pardon me one second. You see, because back in those times, hip hop was not around for him because he's 71, I'm 75. So probably around the time my memory came to be in terms of things that I remember, hip hop was in motion, what, 78? And I'm 75. And some of my earlier songs that I remember is like Prince and The Whispers and they were rocking around those times. But for him, it wasn't existent yet. So anyway, what I was trying to say is that it wasn't hip hop wasn't there yet. And so we was into all the other music. And Houston pretty much sounds like where I'm from in that sense because I was a fan of rock, I was a fan of pop, I was a fan of funk, soul. So those were the genres that we were all tapped into before hip hop became prevalent. Because for me, I didn't do the hip hop hibbity. I wasn't a fan of that. I didn't really fully jump on board with hip hop as a youngin' until like Run DMC, LL, the Kumo D's, the Slick Rick, Dougie Fresh, and them, Beastie Boys. That's like second generation, and that's where I come in at, because beforehand I always still did love music, was a huge fan of some of the artists that I just named, the Michael Jacksons, the Stevie Wonders, the Marvin Gayes, the Whispers, the Cameos, the Gap bands. You know what I'm saying? These were the type vibes back then on my end where I'm from. He was heavier, you know what I'm saying, on the rock side. You feel me? So I thought that that was dope as well. You know what I'm saying? That he had so many different places to pull from as a musician, because he's also a musician. You know what I'm saying? So pretty dope thing to learn. So moving along, man. Again, he started out DJing. He wanted to be the best DJ. Funny thing about it, he said that he started rapping because there was another DJ who was rapping. It was like, oh hell no, I got to be the best at this. So decided to start writing some rhymes, and was dope at it. He said every time he spit rhymes, everybody really loved it, and he loved the attention that he got from that. You know what I'm saying? So just started to move in that direction, but constantly was getting in trouble and different things of that nature that I won't get into. You know what I'm saying? And so we'll just keep it moving on to him linking up with Jay Prince and the Ghetto Boys. I thought that that was interesting as well. You know what I'm saying? With Face being from the South Side of Houston and Jay Prince being from the North Side. They supposedly don't mix back in those times, and he linked up with them because Jay Prince was the only one that was offering any type of opportunity in that field that Scarface was operating in. You know what I'm saying? And Prince was he was up. He was up. Like I said, from the time Face met him, Face speaking on him owning a club and different things in that nature, and everybody wanting to try to get like him for the most part. But he didn't come around to liking Face until one of the records popped. You know what I'm saying? Because Face tried to get with him earlier on, but it was like, he didn't. I guess he kind of him. You know what I'm saying? But once Face got the streets buzzing with the song "Mr. Scarface," things turned around. You know what I'm saying? And Jay Prince was all in. You know what I'm saying? Because they're like, that's the type of music that people want to hear. You know what I'm saying? So Face comes into Rap a Lot as a solo artist, but for the first three projects is all group efforts. You feel me? Because I believe the fourth album that he worked on was his solo. Pardon me. You know what I'm saying? Again, I was a fan from the first time. The first record I heard by the Ghetto Boys was Assassin. Imagine that. So moving along, man, you know what I'm saying? So it speaks on a lot of the inner workings that went on with the label at Rap a Lot, and a lot of things didn't go well. They didn't never really get the proper, I don't know, respect or money that it deserved. And ironically, man, the funny thing about that is that it took for the East Coast to do that. You know what I'm saying? He links up with Def Jam and Lear Cohen, and he becomes the president of Def Jam South. You know what I'm saying? One of the beautiful things that Scarface speaks on about that is that that's the first time that he was ever really paid what he's due. You know what I'm saying? They took really good care of him, and they really treated him right. You know what I'm saying? So it was a beautiful thing to hear that. But it took for him to go to New York, to Atlanta, to make that happen. And then he gets into a lot of the things that went on with him being the president at Def Jam South, which will really break your heart, man, when you get to know all of the artists that he was trying to get before they blew up. That's nuts. And I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I ain't gonna tell you. Get the book. But that and alone, you like really, and you just it all lines up with his musicianship, his musicianship, his ear for music, and his connection to the music. You know what I'm saying? So that's it, man. We ain't gonna do too much more, man. We just gonna leave it there, and we gonna tell you, man. Get this book, man. Diary of a Madman, Brad Jordan's Mr. Scarface. You know what I'm saying? This is your man, LP the Selector.